Welcome back to more Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So last time we took care of the crawling chaos Nyala Photop and we basically saved the world. And this time, I want to do New Game Plus the EX dungeon, but before we do that, let's end off this playthrough, this new game playthrough I should be saying, with our last additional scenario. But anyway, I did a lot of grinding last time, so let's talk about it. So we're going to be going through all the personas in my stock here. So these are personas I want to bring for what's coming up. So we got Shiva here, one of the tree, and he does have Pralaya, so we can use if we really want. I might consider doing that, we'll see. Then we got Hastor. I really like personas that are immune to magic, so he's obviously a very good pick because of that. Then we got Odin, he's also immune to magic, and also has Maka cards, so that's going to be very useful. Then we got Brahma, who actually is Summer Carja. That'll also be quite useful too, so he's going to be very nice to bring along. Then we got Alice, mainly here for Tetraja, because she's my best Tetraja user. Then we got Nana, who, very good elemental coverage, that's going to be very useful. We got Isis, a new Isis, this time with the Arahan, she's going to be very useful later. Then we got Hyperion, I basically got one of the good physical attackers, so that's why he's here. Then we got Vishnu, once again, another member of the Trima tree, he also has this unique skill. And then we got Gyokoku Jotai, here for half a prayer. And we got Artemis once again, strong percent immune magic. So there we go. And she also has Tarukacha, and he also has Pralaya too. And then Shitsha Brahma, he also has this, which is also pretty good too. So there we go. Now the personas are my stock. So Apollo, and he's just, Apollo. We still got Mahime Yamano. We got Gaia here. I originally took Gaia, but I realized that, if I want Gaia, I can take her out later in the additional scenario. Izanami is also pretty good as a Upper Prayer user if you want her. Vixie, she's mainly here for the 9 and luck. Lu, again, you can bring him along if you want Hieroglyphin, if that's going to be part of your strategy. Saka could also have been good if I gave him more stats, because resist anything's just really good. But you have a lot of good personas that could do that now, so Prometheus again. If I want another Makakachi user, he's a very good choice. Ruchana, again, Mirror, he just has a lot of things. That's the one very good thing about Ruchana. Neisha, if Neisha had better stats, I probably consider bringing him on, because again, Sonic Punch is really good. I did get really good stats on my Neisha in my last playthrough, so it's definitely possible. I just didn't use him as much in this playthrough. Mitama, and again to max rank, so that's cool. He's a pretty decent physical attacker. Alright, Poltergeist. So you might be wondering why Poltergeist is it, but the funny thing about Poltergeist is he actually helped me get the persona Seth becomes. I felt like, because what I learned was, like, I wasn't really getting Seth. So what happened was that I changed the strategy up. I fused the Poltergeist, got Poltergeist to max rank, which is also something important, because the personas were not actually becoming Dacta when Dacta was max rank, so that's also important. But once I did fuse the Poltergeist though, I did get the persona that Seth becomes. I don't know if it's because, that having Poltergeist around stops him from becoming Poltergeist, because that can happen. Or the fact that, what I think I've learned is that the persona, the thing they mutate into, I think there's some like RNG sequence to it or something like that. So like, if I fuse Seth and then the Seth doesn't mutate, and then I fuse, let's say, a Poltergeist, and then I fuse Seth again, that would change the order up. I don't know if that was the case, but if you did want to get the persona that Seth becomes on this playthrough, using Poltergeist and then getting the mutation worked. So take that while you will. I do actually want to make a video about all the rare mutation personas, because there's so little like information about it, so I kind of want to actually help people out, to be honest. But anyway, here's that persona, Mott. So Mott is the high level death persona in this game, and you need to mutate Seth. Seth is actually quite annoying because he's Tower, and Tower is not best with everyone. So your best bet is Balfu, Red Dragon Fortune, Mutation Gear, and maybe boosting Balfu's luck, because apparently luck gives you more mutation from what I read. I can't confirm or deny that though, so yeah. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Mort. Here's how Mort normally starts out as. Again, he's pretty good. Repelling all light dark attacks. He also resists Don't Mind. Um, again, he has some decent skills. He can physical attack a little bit. He has all nice skills. And he has a Mega Cluster Muton for dark damage. He's pretty cool. So let's look at my one, because yeah, my one did mutate a couple of times, as you can tell. So yeah. So yeah, here he is. He has Meggy Dawn as the mutation of the side of Marakitine, and yeah, he's again very solid percent. He might come along if he's useful in some battles, but we'll see. But yeah, and yeah, for I can tell, yeah, you don't need UK Plus again, just like Palace of Venus. That's good. And yeah, because we got him this playthrough, he'll carry over to New Game Plus. That's one reason why I want to do it now. The Persona 1 one becomes, I'm pretty sure that's Duke and Plus only, but we're going to be finding that out later. So yeah, because yeah, I tried very hard, I just couldn't get it to happen. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Duke and Plus. But anyway, Ronda could be very good, especially with Tetrarcha, because then like nothing stops them. And the fact that, you know, they help Maya against physical attacks, that could be very good. Hysteria, again, good stats. Wind Use is actually very good coming up, so you might want to consider her. Suzaku, again, yeah, Hieroglyph, Wall of Flame could be nice. Dacta, again, he's just a decent physical attacker. Lucifer has cap stats, so yeah, he's obviously going to be pretty good. I could definitely bring him. Pokan could be very nice coming up. Umakotaro, again, he does null elements, which is actually kind of nice. Null Sight and Dark as well. You're going to be definitely seeing a lot of attacks like that, so yeah. Sabina, again, pretty good persona. Actually repels sword attacks. That's actually very good. Because one of the fights coming up has Pralaya, let's just say, so yeah. And that's it. That's all my personas. But yeah, that's not all though. My gear has gone quite a bit boost as well, so yeah. So yeah, we got Maya here. She's pretty similar. Like yeah, she does the Make It Through Fire. The Genji's helm, the Gorgeous, which doesn't protect against critical hits, and the Genji boots. And then I start the police gloves. But then we got, of course, Ulalas. So what I did do was that yeah, I did get the legendary weapons. I also got the rumor that makes them more powerful. So yeah. So Ulalas ultimate weapon is the Shinsa Bakanetsu Sho. I'm pretty sure this is a weapon persona one. And I just gave the Genji equipment and the adjustment kit because yeah. You may notice by his stats, Ulala has capped all his stats. So yeah. That's very good. She can also take the Dexterity Earring, basically to boost the magic attack, but it's only by 2 points, so yeah. I just had those just in case, so yeah. But I'm gonna go with just in case because I'm pretty sure, because I feel like reducing SP because it's actually kind of nice, especially considering agility's maxed with this current sub. But anyway, cuts here. Now, the thing that I learned about these such weapons is that you can't have two of the same, which is kind of bad for Mr. Tatsuya, or Katsuya, sorry. It means that, yeah, he needs to either take the Make It Through Fire or Maya does, but luckily there is a good substitute, and in fact, yeah, I'm gonna go buy it right now, so yeah. So yeah, we wanna go to Alba actually. Because I technically have the money for this. I'm gonna be pretty broke after this, but it's okay. Especially considering I like Dragon Fortune. Like this, so yeah. So I want to buy the Grim Reaper because yeah, it's not as much magic attack, but yeah, if I want to boost Katsu's magical prowess, then yeah, this is the weapon I want. And I think that's what's important right now, so that's what I'm gonna go with. At this point in the game. So yeah, let's take the Grim Reaper. Because yeah, he's gonna do a lot better magic damage now. But yeah, the Meteor Juggernaut, very funny weapon though, especially if he just want to use his regular attacks, so yeah. It's actually the sweet enough, but anyway. So that's the Hihi Urukane army, that's what I decided to give him. And yeah, I decided to go Calm Ring, because yeah, the thing about his stats is everything's capped except for his luck, so he's also in a very good spot, thanks to all those, you know, all instances. Then we got Baofu. His ultimate weapon is the Nayuta, an earth coin that gives obviously plus 60 magic attack. Genji Helm, Golden White Armor, I decided to give him. Did I not give him the Genji Armor? There you go. Genji Boots, and I actually decided to give him all around Earring. So you can get this with the sweepstakes. And yeah, it's the by far one of the best accessories because it gives plus 15 tool stats. So yeah, this is gonna make up for the fact that yeah, Balfu's stats aren't all maxed out. He's the only character that's like that. So yeah, but I'm hoping that yeah, we run into a lot of Fenrirs, and then we can give them more of that. And then yeah, finally Tatsuya. Levitain is his all-time weapon, a fire sword that gives plus 60 magic attack. Then we got the Genji equipment, and he also has no adjustment gear because again his stats are max. So yeah, that should be good. So yeah, now let's talk about let's go back into the Blood Room. Actually, no, let's not. This Blood Room. I want to go to Hirosaka because they have a new Fusion Spell show, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, this part might just be the mostly preparation for what's gonna happen, but I will definitely start the scenario. So yeah, let's talk about something else too. Odin. So yeah, Mr. Odin. So yeah, I did get the conversation with Valkyrie. I couldn't actually record audio, so I might as well, show it here and then, talk over it basically. But yeah, that conversation with Valkyrie, I managed to get an area shot to 8, so that's good to know. Of course, you need a maxed out Odin. You might have better luck in World of Reason because Valkyries are random in Canada. I don't know if you know the freaking aromatherapy actually helps a lot, but yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Technically, yeah, if you do use the aromatherapy, you can make star demons a bit more often, which is what Valkyrie is. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, she gives you the Legenbright, and with that, I get 4 Legenbrights, I believe. In fact, yeah, I'm actually gonna get the guide out about legendary weapons because yeah, this does actually differ a lot based on rank. So yeah. So yeah, I did get 4 Legenbrights. You get one from killing 200 km per hour Foggy, and then talking to Ixquick. Then you get one from Valkyrie, like I showed. Um, then you get one for killing Ashita Haka in Mona Mandala, which we also did. And then finally, there's one in Sachiko's room. So yeah, that's 4 Legenbrights. You can get a 5th one if you return Suzaku as well. So that's cool. Then for Akashic Rings. Now the thing about Akashic Rings is 2 personas actually return for this, but that's kind of a problem because we actually don't have as many Akashic Rings. Again, you can return Neisha for one, and you can return Virachana for one. And then the other 2, Alba Park, doing the side quest there about the flowers, and then you can get one for killing the cursed taxi in Moon Continent. So yeah, that leaves us with 4 Legenbright and 2 Akashic Rings. So what I did was I used the 2 item breeders we got during our adventure, and yeah, that gives us 4-4. That's 4 ultimate weapons for all our characters, except for of course Katsuya because he has repeat weapon. So yeah, the thing about this though is you only get 2 iron breeders on Nanjiro. If you're on early route, you're gonna need to probably return one of these stones or get lucky with the sweepstakes. So yeah. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So yeah. But yeah, with that done, yeah, I'll also talk a little bit about the dark power. So what that does is it keeps the power of the weapon the same. It also does change the element, but the main thing is it gets some interesting secondary effects, mainly, based on stats. I'm pretty sure that Maya's dark weapon gives an insta-kill chance, so yeah, that's mainly what you get out of that. I much prefer it being the strongest though, because again, the magic attack. Like, yeah, the only good thing about the dark power is if you're actually using the weapon for battling. If you're not, and you're just using it for, boosting your magic attack, then yeah, you want to definitely get the weapon saying that it's the strongest. So yeah, so there's that. So yeah, that's basically all the preparation. I did get Light Dragon Fortune, I did get Chili Food, so yeah. I think we're good to start now. I talked all the personas, I talked about the rare mutation personas a little bit too. Again, you get Pasivina. Pasivina is very easy because just get Saraswati, then probably get Poltergeist, I guess, just in case. Then, yeah, Skaha is the persona that becomes Pasivina, and Skaha has best with Alice. Not Alice. The first is Alice Kudulala. Sev is a bit more annoying because, again, only best or no best beam anyone, Balf is your best bet, so make sure you boost up his mutation chance. And then, yeah, you want to have Dagda fused, and then, once again, Poltergeist might be useful. Again, I'm not so sure if the Poltergeist is like a placebo effect or anything. it felt like he was helping though. So yeah, he basically helped me confirm about these rare mutation personas. Then yeah, the ones that Wongguan and Amrita become, I'm pretty sure the new game boss only. Amrita I didn't bother to check because the thing about them is that only Ellie can use the persona that Amrita becomes. So it's basically just EX dungeon only pretty much. So yeah. So yeah. The one that Wongguan becomes though, other people can use. That's why I was trying very hard. But yeah, again, to me it looks like its own new game boss. But we're obviously gonna find out. It could even be EX dungeon only too. But again, we'll see. That is what we're going to find out when I do New Game Plus. So anyway, so yeah, to start things off though, we want to prepare the zones because we're actually going to be battling immediately. So you want Yoko Chote, you want Alice, we want Brahma, you want Odin, I think. Yes, you do want Odin. Or Hastor, actually. But yeah, both of these either do the same thing, I guess. I mean, actually, no. You go Hastor, and then you're gonna go Odin. So there we go. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, because yeah, Hostile does it the wind skill because yeah, wind skill is gonna be very important here. So yeah, take advantage of them. So yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. Now let's finally start the final digital star. I called it Lone Shadow Free a lot, but it's actually not called that. It's called Gone Without a Trace. So yeah. So how to unlock this? I should mention. You need to beat the Amenator of Fune, and it also needs to be Ninja route because you need to beat Lone Shadow 2 as well. If you're an early route, you're stuck with Lone Shadow 1, which is very which is quite a shame. So yeah, it also means that yeah, if you are gonna do Ninja Plus like myself, what you actually want to do is Ellie first, Nandro second, because then you can do both the EX dungeon and go on without a trace in the same playthrough basically, which could be quite useful. Um, it's not the most necessary thing in the world, but again, at least I'm showing it in one of my playthroughs, so I'm fine with that. So yeah. And yeah, it is what it is for, banking on the fact that yeah, or trying to bank on the fact that yeah, I was hoping that we get EX dungeon after just doing two playthroughs, but that's okay. Again, one needs to be New Game Plus, so yeah. So yeah, with all that preamble done, I think it's about time we start this. I guess yeah. Before we do go in, probably a good idea to save, so let's go ahead and do that. In the second slot, so there we go. I'm gonna be saving a lot during this because this is my first time experiencing it. The fights, I have the guide, so I know I have an idea of what I want to do there. But for the story and stuff, I don't know what to expect. So yeah, this should be fun. Let's do Gone Without a Trace. So yeah, let's do a little recap. So yeah, this story obviously focuses on Shiori Miyashiro, also a police officer, and yeah, she was investigating the Joker rumors, obviously. And yeah, in Lone Shadow 1, we learned that, yeah, she called the Joker to try and lure out and arrest him, but then that's when she ran into Tatsuya. But of course, the consequence of that was that when Wang Chizuru decided that, yeah, she was going to chat, it meant that, yeah, anyone who called for the Joker would become a Joker themselves. We saw that with Lal, obviously. And then, of course, that affected Shiori, so, and we also learned about, yeah, yeah, the Jokers were getting kidnapped and sent to the lab, and yeah, that's what happened to Shuri. That made her become the demon Wendigo. And then yeah, Tatsuya went in and rescued her basically. Unfortunately, yeah, could not change her back into her original form there. Kandori was also there, Tatsuya fought them, and then yeah, Kandori being Kandori basically gave some critical advice that yeah, Shuri is able to retain her original form. So yeah. And that's what Tatsuya is aiming to do here. He's going to try and find out what he can do for Shiori here. I see. So that's what happened. Is there anything you can do for her? I regret to say that this falls outside my area of expertise. It is possible for me to return the demon dwelling into her inner body to collect them unconsciousness. But I'm afraid I'm unable to call back Mistress Miyashira's consciousness. If a soul was still at the stage of persona possession, like the Joker uses, then I would still be able to do something for her. But alas, Mrs. Miyashura's psyche has been completely severed from her body. Most likely, when her ego switched to demon, it was scattered across a realm in the collective unconscious known as Kadath Mandala. Kadath? It's the realm where the archetypes of personas and demons slumber, one level shallower than the abyss where my master and the crawling chaos reside. Your persona, which acts as your other self, also hails from Kadath, Masasuro. If I said it was the place where the images of the legends and gods of everyone dwells, would that be easy to understand? So yeah, again, this is the realm where all our personas come from, which is very interesting. Once upon a time, the persona users of Yor who mastered the power of dreaming and could personally visit that world called it the Dreamlands. The Dreamlands. Like, go there, can I do something for her? Please tell me, Eagle, I want to save her. There's a surprising number of definitions needed for a human to be who she is. She needs to be cognizant of the physical world, that the perception, knowledge, and memories are separated from others. She needs the drive and emotions, the wisdom and perseverance to acknowledge her in the world. Even that which one suppresses and keeps hidden and would prefer not to admit, those are still vital defense mechanisms that protects one's ego. Either you could head to Kadath and gather all these psychic memories that make Mrs. Mia sure who she is, or... Got it. How do I get to that Kadath place? If Master Fillmore the crawling chaos, your sworn enemy, he would no doubt open the gate to Kadath immediately. Right now, my master's power is waning. With the masses steeped in shadows, it is the crawling chaos is the power to open that door for you. My master cannot grant you a wish for an invitation to Kadath. So, yeah. So I can't go there on our own, unfortunately. Can't go there with Philemon's help. And I doubt the Alphabet's gonna let us in because he's a bit busy at the moment, so yeah. Again, this takes place before the final battle we had with him, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Because again, Tata's still here, so yeah. Earlier, you said there was some people who could go to the world of the collective unconscious by themselves, right? I don't make myself like that. As a persona user, you're in possession of immense talent. Practice enough under the tutelage of a skilled master, you no doubt become able to visit the depths of your psyche within your own tree. Mistress Maki Sumamura, for example, is halfway to herself. I find that really interesting. Um, I think that might be because, they built up a Persona 1. But again, interesting to know that, yeah, she's able to, enter the psyche. Again, it might be because of, the alternate one and stuff with someone. And kind of interesting lore stuff there. But anyway. However, that requires time, during which Mrs. Miyashura's shared psyche would dissolve and vanish into collective unconsciousness. Is there any other way? There is but one human who being there's but one human being who possesses a key that can physically open the ultimate gate, which divides the waking and the dreaming world. Allow me to introduce you to the legendary persona user, Swami Chandraputra. With the silver key that the Swami possesses, he could surely open the door to the abyss of Kadath. However, search for the unconsciousness is a highly dangerous journey. Kadath is a world protected by gods and demons, as well as my master and the crawling chaos. The mind of one who travels through there is constantly exposed to danger. If you let your guard down, you'll be possessed by the demon you tried to supplant and no doubt end up the same as Mrs. Miyashura. Doesn't matter. Understood. However, Swami is a busy traveler of time and space. It will take some time until I can contact him. Please come again later. You may leave Mrs. Miyashura's body in my care. I shall take responsibility for it. Alright. And we're at present time, and yeah. Now, the interesting thing about this scenario is that, yeah, it's not just Tatsu this time around. There's a reason why the society, there's a reason why, the society, prepare everyone so everyone's going to be getting a piece of the action, so yeah. Wow, I see, huh? So you were doing all that on your own, Tatsuko. I know that you come to live at Miyashura-kun's place. Of course, earlier we didn't have a chance to talk much at all. It was like you were trying to avoid us. To think she had a connection with father and us, she must have suffered greatly of the pseudo, just like we did. So this person is Chantra Mantra-san? Yeah. I do like the fact that I do find it funny that Maya or not Maya, a lot of can't pronounce his name. It is a bit of a complicated name unless you're a Hindu like myself, so yeah. Thing is that this guy is actually Indian, which I find very fascinating, and yeah. Because of that, why not? I'll tell you what his name actually means, so although I don't remember off the top of my head, I need to of course look that up anyway. There's a reason why this guy is kind of important, though. We'll find out later, but anyway. We meet for the first time. Your mysterious quest is known to me. I learnt of it in India. I'm called Swami Chandraputra. So Swami means teacher, basically, in Hindu. Chandraputra apparently means Mercury, something like that. But there is a reason why this guy's here, because let's just say that, yeah, he's related to Lovecraft. So, yeah. That's just what I found out now, so yeah. That might give you a good idea of what we're going to be up against coming up, so yeah. I'm afraid I suffer from a somewhat unsightly disease. Please forgive me for visiting you in such a guise. Shiori-san, sorry my name, but I'm off. You're unbelievable. Why do you try to take care of every single thing by yourself? No kidding, your business you gotta sell over there. So what are you gonna do if you go alone and never come back? I don't intend on losing. I'll come back, I swear. So it's your sense of responsibility. Pretty short-sighted. You can't take responsibility if you're dead. This isn't just your problem anymore. I'm going too. Is that alright, Monokun? Maya just nodded her head and said, of course. That's the deal. So could you send us on our way, Mantra-san? Chop chop? Understood. However, in exchange, I have a request for you. I want you to also search for the fragment of the psyche of my disciple, Randolph Carter, which was stolen by the Crawler Chaos. And yeah, by the way, Randolph Carter, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's also from Cthulhu Mythos, Lovecraft stuff, so yeah. May I ask for your assistance? Maya just nodded her head and said, leave everything up to me. Well then, I shall open for you the alternate gate which leads to Kadath. Swami Chandraputra produced a roughly 15cm silver key covered in apparesque pan from his breast pocket. The Swami chanted a strange spell by turning the key around in the air 9 times. In the darkness a gap materialized, around which welled a silvery hue. Now go, pass through the alternate gate and shall arrive at Kadath. For various reasons I cannot accompany you, but my friend shall come to be your guide. Maya and everyone pass through the alternate gate in the path of Kadath. It is interesting that he is also a persona user, a legendary persona user at that, so yeah. Interesting thing about, but anyway. At the center of the tower, which resembled Philemon's space, there stood an Abyssian-like cat with a tail longer than its torso. Both the cat and the tail stood erect. Platoon, Tin Hut. It talked? We got it. Wait, why say that? We taught the butterflies that make contact with demons and stuff. And yeah, although this is definitely not Magara, this is someone completely different. It looks like an Abyssian. So cute. Hey, watch it. That looks like some kind of big shot cat. He's even holding a sword too, so yeah. I'm Lieutenant General Zula of the Ulta Cat Army. Ada has alarmed me about your situation. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was also part of Cthulhu Mythos' stuff. I'm actually not so sure if he is or not, so yeah. I didn't do research on him, so yeah, let's just say. Because I'm experienced with the unconscious sword and you are not, I will graciously act as your guide. Carter? My Tatsu exchange a glance. Salute if you understand. Be grateful humans and salute. Our conditioned reflex got to salute, yeah, because he likes those cats. Zilla returned it beautifully. Lieutenant General, what is this Ufa? The most hollowed land in the middle of the collective unconsciousness and the front lines of our war. Our cat tribe bows the abominable Zoog tribe there. It's not helpful for you to worry about it. It's of no concern to your campaign at this time. Salute if you understand. Be grateful, humans, and salute. It got to again reflects the salute. Zul once again returned it smoothly. Where are the shards of Shiori's son's psyche? No need to rush. From this time on, you will search for the fractured piece of the psyche that constitutes Shiori Miyashura. Her perception of the world around her, the manner in which she discerns reality, and how she delineates her experience from those around her. Perception, knowledge, memory, the matrix of her inner world which allows her to acknowledge herself and form a cohesive inwards identity. Perseverance, emotion, drive, wisdom, will. Finally, there's the way in which she integrates her perception of the outside world and the inner self she has acknowledged. A manager of her own balance of society, reason, ethics, that which is her complex, reflection. Failed to obtain all 7 of these fragments, called trapped sohedrons, and Shiori Miyashiro will unable to exist as herself. This is gonna be some backbreaking labor, huh? Each of these trapped sohedrons has been found and claimed by a demon who now rules over them. You must achieve them, either through bloodshed or negotiation. This place called Kadath Mandala is constructed in the shape of a hexagram containing an older pentagram emblem. The hexagram represents the vast microcosm of space, and the pentagram is a symbol of the microcosm known as humanity. You'll find the demons at the towers of each star point. Should you lose something enough, head for the point of the star. Do you comprehend? My analogy said she understood the gist of it. Have you realized that the demons in possession of these trapped sohedrons, which surmise the psyche, are all far more powerful than yourselves? Similarly, though I'm certain you know how to do this, take care to carve these memories without disrupting the ones you had before. If you fail to do this, I'll not be held responsible. Very good. Now you'll face the first obstacle immediately. Observe my tail. The hair on Zula's tail stood on end, flopping up like a scrubbing brush. Mine, get back. It's huge, something's coming. From above, everyone felt a presence that seemed like space itself is pressing against them. This is... You've been found by the guardian of the ultimate gate, at-Tawil, an avatar of the All-in-One and One-and-All, who is limitless both in self and being. He may have allowed Kadath to pass through, but I imagine he's disinclined to overlook you lot. We just got here and already it's ultra dangerous? It is naturally incredibly dangerous. This fellow personifies the very boundaries of worlds. Though some might attempt to sneak around behind his back, there are none who can challenge him. Those who try to enter the unconscious world by trespassing through the ultimate gate are usually plunged to some distant world by him, never to return. In all likelihood, some of you will die here, if not all of you. In any case, I shall pray for your victory. And he vanished. So yeah, time for our first of many bosses in this place. at-Tawil, and he's a recolor of the Shogosum stuff, so yeah. He's level 99, he has a lot of health, he's weak to wind, and he has a lot of dangerous attacks. Most of them insta kills, so I want to use Tetraja, and I'm gonna hope that's gonna be good enough, so yeah. So yeah, interesting first turn, we're gonna go for Masamakraja here. Let's play a bit safe to start with, and then yeah, one cool thing is with the rest, yeah, let's go for Masamakraja. Then let's go for Dragonflight, because he's weak to wind, and then we go for Tetraja. I think that's exactly what we should be doing, so yeah. So let's give it a go. So yeah, I'll go for the Sun Culture here. And he also gets this awesome buff, he's a 2, so yeah. So this guy too, he also has another thing about him. Armageddon R. Some bosses in this place have that. If you try to use Armageddon against them, they'll kill you instead, which is very fun, so yeah. Basically something that Elizabeth does in Persona 3, so yeah. Anyway, we'll go for a nice Dragonfly here. Then we're gonna go for Tetrarcha. And there's Asteroid Bomb, which doesn't do much thanks to my Stomach Culture, and we even reflect it back to you for some pretty good damage, so yeah, that's good. Now we're gonna go for the good old Mamaka Culture this time. And yeah, can't really go for Megarodon here, so, or Dragonflight. So instead we're gonna be going for Megalodon, Megarodon, and a Tetrarcha. So yeah, actually no, we don't need to go for Tetrarcha. Instead we can go for Megalodon. And I can't really go for a fusion spell here, so yeah, I'm just gonna let these Megalodons do their thing, so with the Market Culture boost. Then next turn we're gonna change things up and we're gonna go for Giga Cyclone. That's gonna be the plan for this spell. So yeah, one thing I could definitely recommend is like defensive versus plus personas. They're gonna be your best friends here, so yeah, definitely don't forget about them, so yeah. So we'll go for that. Do very good damage to Megalodon. Here's another one. Once again, very good damage. And a Megalodon. And you do 1000 damage with that. Here's another Asteroid Bomb. He's not going for any of his insticles yet, so yeah, don't need to worry about that. Alright, so now Maya, she's gonna go back into Artemis, because yeah, as we've seen there, reflecting his Asteroid Bombs is definitely a good thing. Then we're gonna go for Giga Cyclone. Who wants to join with the Giga Cyclone? Probably yeah, as we like this. I'll go with Tatsuya to do this. I'm gonna let Tatsuya do it, I think. And then yeah, those two can just keep going for Megalodon, so yeah, let's do that. Yeah, he's not too bad as long as yeah, you don't use Armageddon and you are prepared for some attacks. He has Omni Dimension and another dimension, which is very scary. That can insta-kill anyone, so yeah. And then yeah, he also has Astral Frenzy Sword and even Eternal Light, but because we're using Tetrarcha, we'll be protected against it, so yeah. So yeah, personas are naturally, good against Almighty and Light are gonna be extremely good. He actually didn't do that much with the physical attack there, because yeah, that's gonna be one of his only ways he can hurt us that badly, so yeah. This time let Pathway use the fusion spell. And he does have quite a lot of health, and yeah, if you want to get through this place and get some full cards, you need to get past them, so yeah. Some of the other fights you might be able to skip though, so yeah, let's just say. So yeah, let's go for this. And that's it. His voice sounds very weird. It definitely sounds like a girl, so yeah. Or its voice, I should be saying. I don't really know the gender, so yeah, we got 20,000 XP, so that's good. Not bad amount. Again, I was kind of hoping for more considering he's level 99. After Uma at-Tawil vanished, the shining light itself flowed up. Neretsu let back in as if they had slipped through space. Good. Uma at-Tawil has been dispersed. In recognition of your achievement, I salute you. Is this a piece of Shiori's son's psyche? Indeed, this is Shiori Miyashira's trapezohedron of knowledge. Look inside. He peeked in. Various letters, words, formulas, and information covered, scattered apart and flowed in as spirals, as if they were beads inside a kaleidoscope, changing moment by moment. Well now, we have no time to dawdle about. When Uma at-Tawil returns, his power shall exceed what you previously knew. Let's finish up our work here. God, it's not dead? As I told you, he's the boundary. Were he not there, nothing would separate the collective unconscious and your human knowledge. It ceased to exist as individuals. Now you shall travel through Kadath in such a next trapezohedron. Move, move, move. I and the others obtained 200 world cards. I and the others obtained Shiori's trapezohedron of knowledge and left the Tower of Knowledge behind. Oh man, I love the Suzuki. So yeah, let's change things up. So I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with Isis, I think. Then, yeah, who do you want? Again, Gaia would probably be a bit better here. I guess you can keep Alice for the time being. Hang on, I'll think about it. Again, you keep Brahma, you can go back into Shiva, and then you can go to Vishnu. Yes, again, we can have some fun with, we have some fun with here in this place, so yeah. So we're here in the unification of Ether. There's 3 areas, and we basically need to, you know, find out where we're supposed to go. So let's look at the unification of ego. So we start like here, basically. And yeah, down here should be a dead end, so yeah. So if you go right, we can find a Satomi Tadashi following us, so yeah. Unfortunately, no Velvet Room yet. I mean, these enemies are familiar. These are some of the enemies we fought in Mona Mandala. Well, there's I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a formation we've seen before, so yeah. So Cherub, what the Cherub want again? Let me have a look. I think it was something to do with Tatsu and Katsu, so yeah. No, it's just investigation, so yeah. I wouldn't mind talking to Demons here because if I'm gonna do a good boss, so I need more cards. 3 cards, so yeah, those are gonna help. I still have the packs that Demons are for, so yeah. I decided not to change things up there, so yeah. Although I might make a pact with Sachi now, so yeah. But yeah, let's get more Chochin cards. And yeah, like I said, let's look them up again. I'm not so sure if I will be able to talk my topics now, we'll see. I guess if I find like a nice groove, then yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, we can't go that way, it's blocked. Over here we have a Satomi Tadashi. And yeah, it actually plays different music, so that's kind of funny. Satomi Edition question mark. You can get items here, which is very good, because yeah, that could be some very good items here, including like bombs and life and stuff, so yeah. Yeah, this is like a techno version of the Satomi Tadashi theme. Now I see that face in a place like this, though I have to admit, I kind of feel more at ease. But anyway, where do you think they get the goods they sell? Is this also part of Shiori-san's psyche? No, that's not it. This Satomi Tadashi is one created by the entire Kodo unconscious, maybe. The goods are all the same as any other store. That's no fun. If they had some special regional goods, the customers would just not come at all, let's be real. Why is there Satomi Tadashi? And who's that shopkeeper? I've heard before that they were 7 sisters, right? And so in the world of sheep. Yeah, that's a bit random, but anyway. Now we just need to go up. And yeah, I think we're gonna go up to the next boss, and then we're gonna end this part. Again, we, you know, fought our first boss, and yeah, we are, you know, getting kind of the hang of this scenario now, so yeah. So we're gonna find him. This is also looks like quite a different Kana. There's the dude in the back, but again, I really want to go for here, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think Mandala need to do anything, so yeah, I'm just gonna let them chill, I think. Nice sharp form in action. And I could definitely talk to that dude if I want to get more free cards, but again, it doesn't have to be now, especially considering that, yeah, I do have a light Charm Fortune in play. So it'd be nice if I could, you know, get EXP. So yeah, that will do 999 damage to enemies, but as we kind of saw in that last one, we can do a lot more than that in this game. Again, Form is mainly good for just clearing out random cards in this game, it feels like, so yeah. And yeah, they're only going to be getting stats because, yeah, they got everything else. And yeah, that can kind of almost gave us as much experience as the boss, so that's kind of funny. So yeah, now we just go this way, then we go up. And then yeah, our next opponent is going to be to our left. So we got that dude, we need to kill him, so... Or do we need to kill him? It is almighty, so yeah, I need to do physical attacks, so yeah, what physical personas do these two have? The answer's not much, unfortunately, so yeah. Yeah, that's a dumb portion, but well, so we're going to Odin because, yeah. So either though, you do... do I do that? Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go for the good old Death Bound here. And then, yeah, Maya is gonna go into Yokoku because, yeah, they have Mighty Swing. So this is main reason why, yeah, I wanted to have, Gaia, because again, the Mirror Darius could be very useful here for those, magic immune dudes. Yeah, question is, will this be enough? Again, that does a question. Don't forget about that, so yeah. I think that'll be enough. And I can't go for physical attacks because they're elemental, so yeah. So there we go, not bad, and yeah, we can go for blood now, because again, it's all mighty, so I'm pretty sure that dude's gonna be immune, so yeah. We probably don't want to do 999 damage to ourselves, that do we, so yeah. So good for that. But yeah, it's not actually that good of a idea to use Swarm against the battles coming out. It might be. Because again, 999 damage is still very good, so yeah. And again, all the personas are very good. They're very resilient too, so... So there's that. And here we got the Tower Reason one more battle, and then I guess we end this. And yeah, none of these enemies are immune, so we can just go for Ulm again. So yeah, let's do that. Of course, one thing that would be better than Ulm is, one thing that would be a lot better than Ulm is having, Armageddon. Again, some bosses are immune to it, but a lot of them aren't. So yeah, you can obviously try going for that. There's another one. And that's gonna kill all of them, so yeah. I think Bazooka can actually talk to Shiva, I think, so that's kinda cool. But yeah, the main thing I am looking for in these random encounters is, yeah, maybe finding more Cerberuses, because yeah, then we can get more, you know, goodies out of them, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think this is a good stopping point. Again, we made a start, I talked about all my preparations. We put the VR first boss, and we're about to fight our second boss, so yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun, so yeah. So yeah, with that all done, yeah, next time we're gonna be doing more Gone Without a Trace, so yeah. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.